What is up? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Mac Dizzle, and today we're gonna be going on a tattoo tour. I have accumulated a lot of tattoos over the years. The very first tattoo that I ever got, I was 15 years old. Sorry, mom and dad. Some of my tattoos have a lot of stories behind them, some of them don't. So let's just dive on into that. That was nice, but I don't think it was enough. Still not quite there. So it's November, it's a new month, my birthday month, and I have the November DHC box. We will be opening this up after the tattoo tour, so stick around for her. She, her. I've gendered the box. Who's gonna stop me? I just feel safer around feminine things. The very first tattoo is in such a precarious place on my body, and I am not as skinny as I was when I got this tattoo. I was probably like 130 pounds. I am 180 right now, so put that in perspective. My very, very first tattoo, here's the story behind her. So when I was 15, there's a story to the story. So when I was 14, I was driving my cousin's car because I liked to do hood rat things, and I crashed it. And my parents were like, that's cute, you have to pay for that. So me and my happy little 14-year-old self, we were trying to find ways to make money. So when I was 15 and a half and I was finally allowed to legally go get a job, I started working at a grocery store. And one of the things about working at a grocery store when you're a child, you're with a bunch of adults. I was having full-blown conversations with like 30-year-old men who were definitely creepy, but they were my coworkers, you know what I mean? But there was this one guy who worked in the meat department, and he was really sweet. He was never creepy, he was a nice guy. His name was Jaime, and Jaime had just started learning how to do tattoos. And so I was like, I want a tattoo. And so my boyfriend at the time, who is now dead, it wasn't a good person. So we're not like, oh, that was just, I have ADHD. That's not important to the story. But anyways, my boyfriend at the time drove me over there to go get that tattoo. And yeah, really, really bad tattoo. But that's okay. It exists on my body and it's this fun story. All right, and I'm gonna try to do these in the order that I got them. So there's that one, and then I think I literally waited until I was like 22 until I got this one. All right, this is free. I didn't pay for this tattoo, and you can probably tell because it's garbage. Here's what you need to know. This started off as a portrait. It didn't even have this original color or these lines. This gray blob in the background, that's more or less the entire vibe of the tattoo. The guy who did it, I came in and I had a clear idea of what I wanted, and he was like, we're not doing that because I'm doing this for free. I'm a portrait artist. We're gonna do a portrait style tattoo. And portrait tattoos have fine lines, no real line work. And so when they heal over years and years, it just turns into a blob. It's ugly. I'm not saying all portrait tattoos, but most. Sorry. It blobbed over the years, and I was at a friend's place in Texas getting more tattoos. And at the time, they offered to just kind of like throw some lines over to like give it some life again. Because you literally couldn't even tell like what it was. You had to like look really closely to know what it was. So I was like, yes, please rescue it. So now it's there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to do something with this arm. I don't know what. Don't let tattoo artists bully you into doing something that you don't want. This is stuck on my body forever and I don't like it. But also on that same note, pay your tattoo artists. Pay them. All right, flashing forward. I think the next tattoo I got was, you can barely see it. There she is. You can kind of see her right there. Kimmy Tan actually did this tattoo. She's kind of hard to see now, but at the time there was nothing else on my arm. And Joya has the same thing facing the other way on her body. So our original Two Girls One Bong logo, here it is. We basically split it in half kind of, and each of us has one half tatted on our body. This is a matching tattoo with Joya, and I think I have 3 matching tattoos with her. The next one I got, I think was, not this one, but the neck one. This one right here. That is my Mac Dizzle 420 logo. And I just think it's a really cool design, and so I put it on my body. All right, the next tattoo, I think, was this rainbow band. This was not initially like a pride tattoo. Part of my branding a couple years ago, a lot of it was rainbow. Like a lot of the stuff that I was putting out was rainbow, and so it just felt appropriate. I would like to get it touched up, fixed, the lines fixed in certain areas, certain things fixed, all right, because it's absolutely not fucking perfect. It was done freehand. I love this tattoo. Like I said, I would just like to get it cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, I got this in Texas right before the Pandemic Lovato happened. Like the week before the Pandemic Lovato happened. I was driving home when the Pandemic Lovato was shutting everybody down. All right. Oh my God, I also got matching tattoos with like 30 fans out there. I did this meet and greet at the tattoo shop that I was hanging out at. Every person that came in and wanted to get a matching tattoo with me, I did. I ended up getting 13 that day. I didn't want to get duplicates of the same tattoo because girlies were coming in and getting like tattoos that I had already gotten previously that day, because it was like a Friday the 13th special, so they had like these little stencils available for Friday the 13th. If I already had it, I was like, oh my God, slay, we're already matching. But yeah, I sat down and I got tatted with at least 13 unique individuals. So there's 2 of them. Sometimes I like to color this in different colors, but it reminds me of the blue jellyfish from SpongeBob. And then all the rest of them are on my ankles. There's those flowers. I tried, so when I was getting these, I was like, all right, let's try to find some sort of organization for where I should put these tattoos. Like I didn't want to run out of too much real estate. So I was like, cool, throw them on the ankles. But I tried to organize them by theme a little bit. So I think you'll notice. So here we have those flowers, right? Front and center right here, it's just a little bomb. This is like space themed, sleigh, we love them. But yeah, it's like a little UFO and then a moon. 13 Friday the 13th tattoos on Friday the 13th. And I have 13 13s on my body. I don't know what it means. The frog came later. Don't pay attention to her yet. These ones just gave me like, I don't know, rich gothic. It gave me like gothic energy. It just felt right. This one, the girl absolutely obliterated the front of my ankle. She pressed that needle in so hard and deep. Look at how bad it healed. It's so fat. Here, don't pay attention to up here yet. So this is, I think, the final one. This is the Friday the 13th tattoo right there. And then you can see what appears to be like a burnt taco. That used to be a matching tattoo, a matching pierogi tattoo with koala puffs. And obviously we had our falling out and I got it covered up and turned it to a taco, which I gotta be honest, I think is a far superior food. Team tacos. Let me go ahead and also say, like, we've since had a conversation, squash all beef. So if like you guys could also like let that go in your hearts, great. We've moved on, you should too. But yeah, that's what that was. I turned that into a taco that weekend, actually. Pause. I hope you guys appreciate the fact that I shaved my legs for this video so you didn't have to look at prickly little shins. Say thank you. I'm gonna explain something about myself. Now that we're getting into work that is actually really good and I'm really proud of this work, I have a tendency to not let my tattoos heal nicely. It's something that I've learned recently to stop doing. Ever since RuPaul, I have a RuPaul tattoo, I have learned to stop doing what I was doing because I kind of fucked RuPaul up by not letting her heal correctly, and it's my biggest tattoo regret to this day. Bigger regret than this, truly. So when I show you some of these tattoos moving forward, know if they look a little janky, it's because of me. like, I don't know, maybe like a year later, I think like a year later, I got this piece right here. It's like this one. It stopped right there, not this hand stuff, it stopped right here. That little centerpiece. I have that. And then that's when I met, after this is when I met Jade. And Jade has basically done all of the rest of the work on my body. She added all of these flowers here to kind of fill in this lower part. She gave me this scorpion, which is pretty much a sleigh. I also didn't let it heal correctly. I'm sorry. But then she also added top of this handwork, some finger work. I kind of wanted it to have like, kind of like henna vibes in a way. I grew up in the Middle East. I was born in Kuwait, and so henna is something that's like very near and dear to my heart, but I didn't want to be like culturally appropriative because I'm not actually Arab. So I think we found like a happy medium there. Yes. There she is. And then I got her opposite on the other side. Devil baddie, obviously. Scorpio tings. I didn't let her heal correctly, so she looks a little sad. I'm gonna show you photos of Rue from before she healed, so you can really see like what a masterpiece it was. So Jade's thing, if I haven't mentioned, obviously is the 4 eyes. She wears glasses and she was teased and called 4 eyes her whole life. So now it's like her artist thing. Rue, the reason I have Rue and I have the same birthday. We're both born November 17th. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I started watching it super late in my life. I know it's been out for a long time, but I didn't start watching it until the pandemic. So I'm almost 4 years into watching it, but I've watched every single season multiple times, even the first season. I've watched all of the All-Stars. I watched the overseas ones. Like, I am fully obsessed with the franchise. I love what Rue stands for. And so, got Mama Rue tatted on me. This tattoo, I believe, was the next one. This little piggy, weirdly symbolic, wasn't meant to be. On the 4th of July of this year, that was the last day I've drank. I've been sober since the day after the 4th of July. So on the 4th, I got wasted. And I was at Knott's Berry Farm with my boyfriend, and we had a great time. He played a bunch of like basketball hoop carnival games, and he won me stuffed animals, and one of the stuffed animals that he won me was this pig, and I named her Penelope, and I was obsessed with her. I liked her better than any of my other winnings that day, and I was so drunk that I ended up losing her on the way to the car. So I literally cried in the car because I was wasted. And so I kind of just like had like a little bit of a pig obsession at that moment. And I was like, Jade, my tattoo artist, Jade, draw me a sickening little pig. And so she drew me this. And it's kind of become like this symbol of like my sobriety, I guess. Like taking my power back. Because it was all tied into Penelope and being wasted and losing her.
This is me filming like a day later because I forgot about this tattoo. She's here. Story of her. One day I was drunk and I was like, oh, I saw this in a meme and I was like, tatted on my body. So here she is, slaying the day.
And then the final, I missed one. I missed a matching tattoo with Joya. Oh, there's a couple matching tattoos with Joya that I missed. This one right here on my shoulder, I actually drew this, not the bong, but the 2 girls standing next to each other. I drew them. Joy and I each have this somewhere on us. And then the other matching tattoo we have is like a mix match. I hope you can see it. But this is a little mushroom holding 2 knives, I believe. And her little mushroom is holding a flower. And I just thought it was like a really cute reflection of our personalities because she's like super sweet and I will cut a bitch. Okay, now the final piece. This right here, she's not done yet. I have one more session left to complete her and finish shading the like inside of her face and stuff. But I told Jade, my tattoo artist, I was like, look, I want a sickening stoner mummy. All right, give her to me. And this is what she delivered. So, love this for her. So I still have to get all of this filled in, but so far she's looking pretty fucking sick. Shout out to the girlie on Instagram who requested this video. I uploaded a reel and one of the girls was like, oh my God, you've gotten so many more tattoos, would love a tour. So here I am delivering. That's all of them. I don't think I've missed any. I think if we counted all of like the different sessions, it's probably more than 30. Let's open this box. Let's see what's in November's box. When's the Super Bowl? Is that this month? No, it's too early, right? I can tell that this is football themed because there's there's two turkeys playing football. There's two footballs playing turkey. But they definitely play football on Thanksgiving. That's the thing that happens. But they gave you this adorable silicone football man. Ah, a little bit of 420 formula, love her. The Extendo clipper. Some cherry pie flavored juicy wraps. Some raw peppers. Stickers. An air freshener. It smells nice. And then a little dab mat. And let's see what glass we got. It's a little TV. How cute. Well, there you have it. There's November's box. If you'd be interested in finding out more about DHC, please check out the pinned comment. And if you want to see what came in October's box, check out my video titled Spooky Season is Here. We unboxed the October box there. And this was November's, and I'm excited to see what comes out in December. Like I said, check the pinned comment if you'd like to learn more. If you're still watching this video right now, comment Band-Aid, because I hurt my finger earlier, and the only solution I could think of was Band-Aiding it. Alright, but thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you sub to my new channel, Max Munchies. I do a bunch of cooking stuff over there. It's a lot of fun. It's a cute time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tattoo tour. And LOL, I'm looking at my arms right now. My arms are pretty hairy, honestly. They used to be a lot hairier when I was younger. Like, it was a lot more obvious. And I used to shave my arms when I was younger. And I didn't need to. All I needed was a sleeve. Man, you can barely even tell now. Stop shaving your arms, ladies. Just get a sleeve. Or I'm just kidding. Embrace the hair. Fuck the patriarchy. Run away from home. Start a fire. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Make your choices. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. I adore you. And if you don't love yourself, remember that I do.